All right, everyone, welcome on into Out and About. It is Wednesday, October 23rd, and I am back from Las Vegas. You may have seen me on
It's
Instagram.
October 22nd, actually.
Okay, well, you know what? October 22nd. Tommy Smokes is here.
Well, it's Monday. It's right now. It's Monday, October 20th. If we're
Yes,
really being honest with the people.
yep. We're not going to be honest with the people. We're going to
Yeah,
go
we're
forward
gonna
with what
lie.
we had. But we're back from Vegas. You may have seen me on Instagram rolling around with my broken knee on the mobility scooter. And we had an absolute blast. We're going to break down the whole thing today with Tommy Smokes. We had arguably one of the drunkest people probably in the entire state of Nevada with us.
I would venture to say North America.
He was. We're talking about Za, by the way, who I absolutely love. I am now terrified to go on another trip with him. But before we talk about Za and break down the whole trip, we got to talk about what it is to fly out of New York City. If you live in New York City, you know there are basically two airports you go to. You go to either LaGuardia or you go to JFK, or if you're a freak, you go to Newark. But I wouldn't wish that on anyone. No. Tommy and I flew out of JFK. My flight was at 7 in the morning, so I left at 5 a.m.
Which, by the way, was an insane move.
No. Oh, so here's my reasoning behind it. I left at 7 in the morning because I thought, okay, I'll leave the house at 5. There will be no traffic. Going to JFK at 5 in the morning, it was bumper-to-bumper traffic.
Yeah,
It took an hour and 30 minutes to get to the airport.
So I had a nice noon flight. I was able to sleep till like 8:30, and I told you this. I feel like not enough people know that. Like the traffic to JFK is insane.
Yeah.
The air train is the way you get to JFK.
Absolutely not. No.
It is. No. So we both live in the West Village.
No, yes.
You take a quick 10-minute Uber up to Moynihan Station. You get on any LIR train goes to Jamaica. They run every 5 minutes. You get to Jamaica, 15 minutes. You take a 10-minute air train.
I'm not transferring when I'm like going on a work trip. I'm not
so
transferring.
much easier than sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic for
No,
an hour
it's
and a half.
because you're
It's
sitting.
$100 cheaper.
Dude, all right, fair credit on that. But first of all, work was paying for our Uber there. I would rather sit. Second of all, transferring. So you get into a car, then you get on a train, then you get on another train.
It's like
You're transferring
it's like
three times to go to the airport.
twice.
That is psychotic. Keep going. I'm just gonna look.
No,
at the
but
thing.
you sit in your bumper-to-bumper traffic for an hour and a half. I was there in I think 40 minutes from the time I left my apartment to the time I got to the terminal.
How much did it cost?
$20.
Okay, you have me beat literally 7x. It's like hit or miss. No, it's always miss when you go to JFK, and then you get there. It's going to be under construction for the next 6 years, so I have to limp through the fucking airport. It was a nightmare. As I'm going through security, I forgot to take my brace off, so they thought that my brace was a bomb.
Yep.
So, of course, they're like, we have to pull you into a private room. I was like, absolutely not. I have 20 minutes to my flight. So, you had a guy just wiping his hands. He was stoned as stone could be, wiping his hands over my knee, which I guess made sure it wasn't a bomb. But
They didn't make you like lift it up or anything?
no, I did. I lifted it up. So I exposed my skinny, like, emaciated leg in front of everyone in TSA. And then it was a fucking nightmare, but not as bad as the actual flight. How was your flight out?
It was lovely. I had a Comfort Plus upgrade and an empty seat next to me. I've said I think an empty seat next to you, especially in Comfort Plus, but even in coach, is comparable to first class. Obviously,
Yes.
you don't get Comfort Plus you get free alcohol. Another little known
Do you
fact.
really?
Yes, Delta Comfort Plus you get free alcohol just like first class.
I had no idea.
A lot of people don't know that. You fly Delta enough, you learn these things.
Do you drink on the flight?
I did on the way there. Yeah, I was going to Vegas.
Oh my God. I never drink on a
If
flight.
I'm on a plane or in an airport, I'm drinking.
Really?
Yeah, on the way out. Like I didn't drink yesterday because
It makes me sick. Something about the altitude going up and coming down makes me feel fucking gross.
Oh, it makes me feel incredible.
And the drunkest I ever got was on a flight to Hawaii, and it was the most hungover I ever. I missed like 3 days of my vacation, so I'm afraid to drink on a flight.
Oh no, I'll take down a couple glasses of white.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nice. Give yourself a nice little buzz in the air.
Might as well, I guess. But I mean, I was hungover on the way back. But the flight out, you were in Comfort Plus. You had an empty seat next to you. That is as good as first class. I was Comfort Plus. I had no empty seat next to me. I was on an aisle, which fuck that. Put me on a window so I can lean up against the window all day.
I'm team aisle because of my bladder. I pee.
I know.
I probably pee 4 to 5 times on a 5-6 hour flight, however long the Vegas flight is. I can't make someone get up that much.
Every time I'm in the bathroom at the office, you're there.
Yeah, yeah. So it's actually funny when
Yeah.
we're in the office. There's like so many people that are like say to me like, "Man, we're on the same pee schedule," and I let them have that, and
Yeah.
I can't break them that like I'm just always peeing. Like you're not special. I'm on the same cycle with like 12 people.
How many times a day do you go?
In the office,
Yeah. Because you go a lot.
maybe 8 or so.
8 times?
Once an hour
On a
ish.
4-day work day. It's twice. That's
Yeah.
twice. That is a lot.
Yeah, I go. So I actually figured it out. It's because I take an acid reflux pill.
Every day, prescription.
Yeah, well, prescription. I'm now moving to every other day after
Yeah.
a trip to the gastro. But I've been on it for like over 10 years. I've been taking this acid reflux pill, and I've realized that like I looked up the side effects, and it's like frequent urination. And my frequent urination.
You don't know that for a decade. You're
I
pissing
didn't.
that
I was
much?
like, man, I'm peeing a lot, and I think that's it. So if I do have a flight where I have an aisle, or sorry, if I don't have an aisle, then I will skip the pill. Or a long car road trip, I'll skip the pill. So it's I think
You're
that's
100
the
years
reason.
old.
Yes.
I'll skip my bladder pill.
Yeah, I'll skip my acid reflux pill so it doesn't affect my blood.
You need to take a bladder pill with your acid reflux pill now.
Yeah, I
Let's
actually
calm it
was
down.
doing that for a little bit.
Yeah, it's all right. We're taking a quick break from our episode with Tommy Smokes to talk to you about Game Time. We can't wait for all the amazing concerts coming up this fall. But what we don't want to think about is the hassle of buying tickets. We want to focus on the music and not the cost or the stress. And that is where Game Time comes in. Game Time puts the power back in the hands of the fans, and it's your go-to hack for scoring amazing tickets and unforgettable experiences in just a few taps. And it's incredibly easy to use. And the Game Time guarantee means that you can trust that you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. And the best part is that the fees are always included. Unlike other ticketing companies, you go to check out, you have all these fees, the price is not what you see. Game Time doesn't do that. They have the Game Time guarantee, so what you see is what you pay. I was looking at tickets for Sabrina Carpenter on the 26th, $248, and I saw a great deal on Game Time for those seats. And the best part is they're only going to get cheaper. A lot of times when these concerts come, the closer you get to concert time, the more the price drops. So take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code OUTANDABOUT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code OUTNABOUT for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. I'm always team window, but I was on the aisle, and it actually wasn't bad, but it was opposite aisle because I went to hang this big-ass leg, my screwed-up leg, out the side, and I couldn't. But it was okay, and then the flight home, well, we're going to talk about the actual trip. The flight home made me realize we need to do a rule overhaul of what you're allowed to do on a flight as an adult.
I agree.
Like, if airlines are going to treat adults like children, then they're going to act like children. If the flight is domestic and under 4 hours, we don't need fucking snack service 3 times throughout the flight.
Oh, see, I like the snack
No, there should be no snack service on any domestic flight. There shouldn't even be food allowed. The people next to me, they pulled out a meal. They were eating like some sort of caramelized onions on their like Quiznos sub. It's disgusting. There should be no food service.
You shouldn't be able to bring hot food on a plane. I agree with that. Or a scent. Like, you shouldn't be able to. You can get snacks. You shouldn't have anything that has a scent on it.
But my thing is this: it's 4 hours. Why are we feeding? Like, you're gonna have the person next to me had a bag of Cheez-Its, a bag of Sun Chips, 2 sodas, and then you're just gonna fucking sit there and stink and sweat.
Yeah.
And then when you got to get up to go to the bathroom, you can't because they have the massive cart in the aisle. It's insane.
See, I can't. I agree with you on the can't bring food. I was saying like. I've been kind of going through a beef jerky phase, which for a while I was like gross, and I saw them in the airport, like the Hudson newsstands, but I was like, you can't bring that on a flight. That's criminal.
But I would rather that than any food that you're eating with a utensil. Like if you bring something that requires you to cut on a plane and eat, you should be tied up to a seat.
Here's an idea. Here's maybe a brilliant idea. When you board your flight, like when you scan your boarding pass at the gate, they have snacks laid out there. And you grab your snacks for the flight there so that you don't have to deal with the cart all the time.
But it's got to be like 1 or 2 snacks. I just couldn't get
over whatever they bring out, whatever they would bring out on the flight, like Cheez-Its or Sun Chips, whatever.
It's just like, you're an adult. Stop eating.
That's brilliant. What I just came up with is brilliant.
You just revolutionized the airline industry.
Yeah, easier for the flight attendants.
Yeah, because flight attendants are essentially just waiters in the air.
Yeah, more or less.
Your entire job. A lady who, when I was growing up, lived across the street from me. She was the most tenured flight attendant at Delta. It was like 50-something years. She started in the 60s. She quit. And then she would walk around, like she'd come over to the house to see my mom, and she still walked like this. Like she was pushing a thing.
Yeah.
Shout out Mrs. Sullivan.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, but it annoyed the shit out of me. And then the guy next to me, also another rule, if you're in the middle seat, you get both armrests.
Agreed.
Always get both armrests. But it just annoyed the fuck out of me.
But you got to
It's
put them
like,
down. Sometimes they
God.
don't put them down. Like
Yes.
that's insanity. Also, another one, you can't like your space is your space. Don't have like a jacket on your lap that's spilling into my seat area.
For some reason, when people get on an airplane, their entire like spatial awareness goes away.
Yeah.
Even like little things, if you move your arm, don't let your fucking arm hairs brush up against me. Don't touch me. If you're going to take a sweatshirt off, do it in a way that you're not touching anyone. It's like the rules are just out the fucking window.
Also, this one I feel is like a little bit controversial, but nothing makes me angrier than when, as soon as you get to like the cruising altitude, the person in front of you just fully reclines right into your lap. Like, I know people say like, well, then you can recline, but then when you recline, the person behind you is like, this fucking asshole's reclining. It's like you almost got to say, well, the person in front of me reclined. Then it's a domino effect, and the person in the back gets fucked.
But the problem with the Delta seats is that when you recline, the front goes forward, so it eliminates legroom.
Yes,
like it goes, which is an awful fucking design. It's like it goes like this. I don't know if I'm explaining it. I don't know. It was just, I think I was just so pissed off from going to JFK, and then every little thing on the flight was bothering me. The lady next to me had her light on. Don't put a light on. Don't overhead light. It should, if they're gonna have an overhead light, it should be more of a spotlight. Also, don't open your shade on the window.
Yeah.
Ever, you child.
So I actually would say though, our flight yesterday was like in the afternoon.
Yes.
Like they should have just had maybe some lights on the plane.
Yes.
Because,
and it was also 3,000 degrees.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was always hot. And we were saying farts smell way worse on a plane.
Oh my God. It was, well, the plane smelled like a diaper.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid to tweet anything because last time I tweeted about it, it went like mega viral, being like, there's a baby crying on the plane. Everyone's like, you scumbag. It was brutal. It's really eye-opening though, because we weren't in first. Do you usually upgrade to first class?
Myself? No.
Yeah,
So I know the whole first. I was saying like my whole life is just about chasing Delta status. I got the reserve credit card. Like, so like to me, if I was flying first class all the time, it wouldn't be, my life would be worthless. Like my whole life is about getting enough MQDs and Sky Miles so that I can occasionally, like when you look at the upgrade list, like occasionally I'll get bumped up to first class, and that feeling is incredible. Whereas if I knew I was just first class the whole time, I wouldn't quite feel the same.
You like the chase.
I like the chase. And like sometimes it'll happen right at the gate. You scan your ticket and they print you out the boarding pass there. Like you just got bumped up to first class.
That's never once happened to me. I've always had to upgrade. I've never flown first.
What are you, silver?
I don't even know. What is an MQD on Delta? I'm going to look it up.
Okay. So MQDs, basically every dollar you spend on a flight gets you more or less an MQD.
So you have to spend $75,000 to get status on Delta?
No. So 5 is silver, 10 is gold, 15 is platinum, 28 is diamond. But then if you get a credit card like I have, you get 1 MQD for every $10 you spend.
On anything?
On anything. Anything you spend on that card.
Okay.
So I'm about to hit platinum again this year. So
How
I've
much
got
does that
like
credit card
15,000. It's like 600 a year or something.
How many miles do you have? I have 62,000 miles. That's like nothing.
I have like 100,000 miles, but I use them. So a lot of people hoard their miles and then like save it up for a big trip. Like if I'm flying somewhere that's not for work, I pretty much use my miles because otherwise they're going to depreciate in value. Inflation. Cost of flights go
let's
up.
Talk about it now. Let's get a little political, shall we?
Cost of flights go up. Your miles mean less. So I think you get those miles that you use.
Oh, you were serious. Cost of flights go up. Your miles mean less.
Yeah, that's dead serious. Think about it.
Oh my God. It was $800 to upgrade to first class to Vegas. $800 to upgrade from comfort to first class. That seems insane to me.
To be honest, I thought it would have been more.
How though?
I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like first class on a cross country flight's like thousands.
I feel like these airlines, when they pick prices, they just like throw a dart at a dartboard and figure it out. Because I'll look sometimes. I was supposed to go to San Diego. First class flights out there on Alaskan Airlines were like $600, and then Delta was like $7,000. It's like the cost of operating an airline can't be that much different between the two.
But they all sell out.
I know, they all sell out. Our flight was that flight last night was a fucking. I don't know how Za did it.
Yeah, Za. I mean, it must have been the most hungover. Well, I guess Chicago's a little shorter of a flight.
Should we talk about Za right now?
Yeah. Should we walk through the weekend?
Yeah. Let's walk through the weekend start to finish before we get to my favorite cousin producer Za. So we land in Vegas. I get in at about noon. Tommy gets in maybe about
3 or 4, probably.
3 or 4. Za gets in a little bit later at night. And Za, mind you, who says that he doesn't like to drink, sent a photo in the group of him with just empty Jack Daniels nips on his flight. So this is the direction that we knew that the weekend was going to go with Za. So I was drinking all day. I was gambling a little bit. I budgeted $1,000 for myself in Las Vegas. I don't gamble. For me, that's a lot of money to gamble. I was like, you know what? It's a free trip to Vegas. $1,000. Have fun, because it's all about just extending your time at the table.
It's the experience.
It's the experience.
You're paying for the experience.
Exactly. Do I regret it? Yes, but it is what it is. So I'm hanging out. I'm gambling. I'm doing my thing. We're staying at the Paris Hotel in Las Vegas, which, by the way, is a fantastic hotel for like a middle location-wise. Perfect. Right by the Bellagio Fountains, by Caesar's Palace.
I like that it's got a theme. Obviously, it's Paris.
Yes, it has a theme, and I think it was like $260 a night, which isn't bad.
That's like a Marriott in Chicago.
Because the Wynn, which is the one that everyone likes to brag about staying at, is like $800 a night. It's insane. First thought, what were your first thoughts on the hotel when you walked in? Because when I walked in, it was not the clientele was not what I expected.
Well, I thought like the building itself was really nice. I like the casino, like the ceiling is like a sky. It's like a
You
dark
love
blue
that. You love that.
I couldn't get enough of that. Like I just thought it was sick. I would keep looking up at the ceiling and be like, "Oh, am I outside? Am I inside?" Like you had no idea what time of day it was.
Yeah.
But the client, like, apparently it was, which I didn't even know was a thing. It was fall break.
Yeah.
For like every college in America.
Is that new? Did we get fall break?
I did not get fall break.
I
Maybe
never
like
once got
these
fall break.
bigger schools, like SEC schools and shit, get it. But I don't think I've been around that many college kids since I was in college. Like even when we go on whatever Storm Chasers or these high noon events, like I haven't been around as many college kids as I was in that casino. Penn State, SMU, Villanova, Texas,
TCU. There's some TCU. There were also some Nebraska people there.
Yeah, they were all, and they all said, "We're going to the Paris this weekend."
Tommy and Pat are there. We're fucking going to the Paris. Bunch of smokes heads.
It was crazy. It was literally like just 21-year-old frat boys and like 21-year-old
It was literally
girls dressed in nothing.
It was both of our dreams.
Actually,
I walk in, I was like, oh my god. And the thing that's so funny is when we go on these college trips, you forget the level of just carefreeness of college students. Like we walk in, I get at 11 a.m. These guys and girls were not a little bit drunk. They were so drunk walking through their casino to go to a pool party. So that immediately I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. Because if you're in college, you don't have a single thought past 5 minutes down the road. And all I do is worry about 5 years down the road.
Yeah.
What's this episode going to be like next week that I have no control over? I'm worrying about everything. So the tone was set for us to have a great time in Las Vegas just based on the fact that there were 10,000 college kids around.
Yeah, it was. It felt like spring break in Cancun. Like essentially, like that was the number of college kids. Like they're, and I think it was our hotel specifically because we went to was it the Aria the next night? And way different clientele. So the kids at the Paris, they liked that cheap hotel room that we had. And every time you'd get in the elevator and it would be, the elevators were wildly slow. Oh my God.
They were so slow. And I would pull up in my scooter to the elevator. There would be college kids so drunk at like 3 p.m. standing to get in there. Not even dried off with a towel from the pool. They'd just be waving like this. Eyes closed. It was incredible.
Yeah, they were blasted the entire weekend. Good for them. I wish
Did
I had
you
a
smash?
fucking fall break. I did not. Did you?
No. I would never do such a thing. Yeah, it was genuinely hilarious. It was a little weird though because so we had to go to this bar, Whiskey, which was off the strip, which everyone says go off the strip in Vegas. No, stay on the strip, obviously. You don't have to Uber 10 hours to go there. But this bar was fucking great. But it's weird because the trips we do are the opposite of the home game. So every year where there's a matchup, they send Tommy, myself, all these people out to go to different bars, but it's always the away game, so you never know what kind of crowd you get.
I actually signed up thinking it was in Boise.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, like because I'd never been to Boise. I'd heard good things. I was like, oh, Boise, and then it's like, oh, it's actually in Vegas. Like I guess that's not so bad.
No, it's not so bad at all. But it was. I'm jumping ahead a little bit to that. Did anything else happen like night one other than us getting drunk and gambling?
We got a nice dinner, and then we just.
You know how to play blackjack, by the way. I don't know. I just get drunk and sit down, and then I basically just ask everyone. I know the basic rules, but you were like,
well, I mean, because I don't like though when you get to a table and people are like, they get annoyed on when you hit or stay. Like there's some things like you have a 16 against a 10. It's kind of like your choice basically. Or there's other like when do you want to hit, when do you want to stay, and like we had the one old guy who ended up being nice, but he was he
was Rain Man.
Yeah, but like he was like I think I stayed or. I stayed on 16 against a 10 or something, and it actually worked out, but he groaned, and then it worked out because she busted. She took a 10 that I would have busted with, and I was like, kind of worked out for us, didn't it there?
Yeah.
Like, it's my fucking money. Let me play how I want to play. I know they say that if everybody plays optimally, then it increases your chances.
But what is that?
against the dealer.
I don't understand. What does that even mean? Like, if you're playing blackjack, are you looking at other people's cards and saying, well, there was 6 here, a 3 here, and a 4 here. That means that my chance of getting a face card is higher?
No, I mean, because they play with if you're counting cards, maybe, but it's more just like blackjack's one of the only casino games where obviously the house still has the advantage, but it's
Right.
like small. It's like 52% or something. Whereas like you play a slot machine, your chances of winning are like whatever. 20%.
I forced you to play slots. You were like, what the fuck is this?
I hate slots because I don't know what I'm fucking rooting for.
Yeah.
Like it's just a bunch of things and it's like, did I win or did I not? Blackjack, at least I feel like I have control. And like there is a book where like mathematically, like this is how you should play blackjack. And they say
Right.
that if everybody at your table plays that way, it increases everyone's odds of winning. But I don't know. To me, it's like, this is my hand. This is my money that I put in. It's not your fucking money. Like, let me play how I want to play.
Right. That was the best I've done in blackjack. But then I obviously lost it all. And then I think I ended day 1 down $500. And then day 2, I like went back up playing blackjack with you. And then it all went away.
Oh, I had swings where I was up like 1,000 in blackjack,
Yeah.
and I was betting like $150 a hand, feeling good. But I like, what was I gonna do? Walk away?
Yeah.
Like no, I was just gonna keep. I was gonna keep gambling until I made a life-changing amount of money.
That's the thing.
Like,
It's like
up, or it was just like enough where I was like, all right, I'm out.
And also, your life isn't going to come down to $1,000.
Hopefully
so it's
not.
like
Yeah.
there's a chance.
Yeah,
For me,
yeah.
there's a definite chance. But we were drinking so much, and then it was midnight, and I was planning my exit for like an hour. I was like, I got to get out of here. I was getting a little too loose on the scooter, swerved. Remember that video of Marshawn Lynch in the golf cart?
Yeah.
Like I was doing that.
I thought you were gonna run some drunk college kid over.
Because it had all these different speeds, so I turned it all the way up, and I was like, this thing is cooking. And then a couple of these guys who knew who you were wanted to take it for a ride, and I was like, no problem, and just don't fuck around. And of course, they're going back and forth crazy. But then something happened where the trajectory of our good friend Za's entire weekend changed. I had gone to bed because we had to be at our event the next day. Za and Tommy decided to stay out.
We ran into Gus, old Kirk Minahan producer, and his wife.
You ran into Gus and Kirk
Yeah.
Minahan, producer. And why don't you explain where you guys went and what happened?
So you went to bed, we left the casino, went to another bar at some other casino. I could tell Za, he was hiccuping a lot. He was on the verge of like, that was going to be it.
Yeah.
But he was like, he'll stay out for a strip club. And it was like, listen, you're in Vegas with Za, Gus, and his wife.
Correct.
That's a once in a lifetime strip club.
Absolutely.
Like, and I'm not like, so I don't know. I always feel like with strip clubs, it's like there's a fine line where it's like strip club guys are weird. Like
Yeah.
if you're like,
Yep.
I'm no matter what, this night ends at a strip club. Like that's weird. But I also think it's equally as weird, like from the straight guy perspective with a female strip club. It's also weird to be like, I fucking hate strip. Like, I don't know.
Right.
It's like, it's hot naked girls. So like,
Yeah,
what,
and
like,
it's a
what
show, you know what I mean?
No, you know what I think is low or just stupid is when like the guys are like, I just can't go. Like it makes me so uncomfortable. Like all the girls there, like, you know, they're it's like, I don't know. Most of them like stripping. Like they like making money, and like these guys like make themselves like their protector. They're
Right.
like white knight, where it's like,
Yep.
I can't do that and like demean like these women. It's like
Not Tommy and Za.
we're fine doing
Not
it.
Tommy, Za, Gus, and Gus's wife. 'Cause-
We left the bar and then some.
What time is this you left at? Probably about 12:30 or so?
Yeah, maybe one, something like that. And then we walked outside, and there was this guy who was like, you guys want a free limo to, I think it was called Treasure Strip Club?
Yeah,
And we were
treasure
like,
chest or something.
Yeah,
right?
we do. Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
do.
know, yes, we would love a free
Yeah.
limo to spend money.
And then, yeah, we went there for probably a couple hours or so. It was great.
And you had walked in there with your winnings of,
I was up like, I don't know. Well, I maybe had like 1,000 at that point or something.
and you left with nothing from the strip club.
No,
You
no,
left
no.
with nothing at all.
Did
from the
not
strip
leave with nothing, but spent more. But it's like, I'm also the number one, like, where I'll be like, oh, that stripper actually likes me.
The next day we're walking and Tommy's telling me about the night. He's like, "Yes, I got this girl's number." I was like, "Oh, cool! Like you met someone on the strip." He's like, "No, her name was Diamond."
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you got her number?" He's like, Well, actually, no. She took mine and said that she.
I mean,
would
she
call.
asked for it. She and it, but like,
And
I
how many
knew-
dances did you buy after she asked for it?
None. It's like
Okay.
I was like, you're a scam artist.
Listen,
like,
this is
I
a trust
know
trade.
this.
You can tell us. Look
Yeah.
right into the camera. Tell the
No,
ladies.
it's just like but you have to like. I feel like you have to enjoy a strip club, and that where like it's like a joke. Like
Yeah.
obviously, like
It's an objectively funny thing to do, like to
Very.
go to the strip club. It's very funny
Yeah.
to go. It's uncomfortable though because I've been a couple times. It's like, am I supposed to be trying to get a like? Do you get a boner if a stripper is dancing on you, or like a little bit chubbed up so they feel it that way they're not offended?
Yeah, I don't know what the right call is. I feel like you got to get a little something so that they're not offended.
Yeah.
But I also
fellas,
feel,
are we getting hard at the
if
ladies?
you're
Are we
like-
getting hard at the strip
if
club?
you're like, I feel like if you're fully like it's popping out of your pants, then that might get a little strange.
Yeah, I feel like I'd only been a handful of times. Most when I was like young, and I'd always be like, okay, like you should definitely try and get a boner now to like make them feel like they're doing
Right.
a good job. But then that's weird because you're
I
next
know
to a
it-
guy.
I would imagine they want something. I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, you got to just take it for what it is. Like you can't go in there being like, I'm finding my wife tonight. But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you fuck around with them. Like you make like you just like make some joke. Like I always be like, I was like one girl would come up and I'd be like, wow, like what are you doing here tonight? Like
Oh,
clearly,
you
like
fucking cornball.
clearly, like they weren't.
She's
there.
like, I'll show you, honey. Go to the ATM. Go ahead, go to the ATM.
But, like, if
Take
you
out
just-
1,000. I'll
if
show you what I do.
treat it like a joke and a
Oh,
fun experience as opposed to like I'm there to get my rocks off, then I think it's a good time.
That's what are you doing here? Is the most Tommy joke of all time.
Wait, you work here? I thought you just liked me.
Damn, Diamond Mercedes Juniper, you work here? So I was sound asleep. I was having a great sleep, and I knew that the wheels were going to fall off a little bit, as they always do. So as I'm sleeping in my lovely corner suite at the Paris Hotel, thank you for the upgrade, you guys were out. Now, but before we move on, how was Gus and his wife at the strip club?
They were great. So, like, she wasn't going to come at first, his wife. She decided to come. But Gus was the ultimate gentleman, didn't touch a woman.
Now, just to explain to you guys, if you ladies may or may not know, Gus was a producer of Kirk Minahane's show. The Kirk Minihane show is on the network here at Barstool. I'm sure you already know it. He was a huge radio host. He has this rotating cast of producers. One of them is this guy named Gus, who was there for the We Are. Oh, you got to talk about the We Are Young music festival. That disaster. And we ran into him, and you're at the strip club with him, and you say he didn't touch a single person.
No, so he said he wasn't going to, even if his wife didn't come, which I believed him. He was like, you know what, I'm just going to go, like, for the
Yeah.
experience. Like, and yeah, they soaked it all in. But it was great. We had a good fourth. I wanted one of the girls. I don't know if it was Diamond or like another one maybe talking to us. I was like, you're my favorite table tonight.
Not only are you my favorite table, you're also the drunkest table, and you're spending the most. So what time did you guys leave the strip club?
Like 3 or so. We weren't there that late. I mean, I guess that's late.
You can keep talking. I'm just making sure it's still going.
Yeah. No, we were there. I see a red light. We were there to like 3 or so, probably.
Yeah, I was looking at the audio thing. You were there till 3. So 3 o'clock, keep in mind this is 3 hours.
3:30
Now this is 3 hours behind. Now 3
Right.
o'clock in the morning Vegas time is 6 a.m. East Coast time, 7 a.m. Chicago time,
5 a.m.
5 a.m. Chicago time. So Za at this point had probably been up for anywhere from, I don't know, 15 to 20 hours.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, he's a compact gentleman. He's a little person from Zimbabwe. So when he drinks, it would appear, based on his behavior, that he doesn't quite metabolize alcohol the same way as everyone else. Because the next morning, I got up. I wheeled on over to Caesar's Palace. Tommy was trying to get as much sleep as he can to be an adult and make it to our event in reasonable shape. Za is radio silent.
Well, no, he had said the night before, he's like, I'm waking up at like 8 a.m. Za's a big Arsenal fan, the soccer
biggest.
team.
Yeah.
So he woke up at like 8 a.m. to go to a bar at like 9 a.m.
So this is on 2 hours of sleep. 3 hours of sleep.
Probably something in that area. Yeah, to go watch Arsenal. And he was like, I'll meet you guys at the bar.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we got worried for a little bit.
Because he was, so here's the thing, when Za's up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., whatever, he's drinking. And when you drink, after a night of drinking and God only knows what else at the strip club, you're going to get drunk very fast. So Tommy and I Ubered over to our event, and we're not throwing Za under the bus here. He was only like a half hour late. That's not a big deal
Not
at
even,
all.
yeah.
But when Za walked into this bar, I knew immediately. I was like, oh no, because he walks in, hands up. He's going, Tottenham, blah, 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 singing. I was like, Jesus Christ, here we go. He was the drunkest man probably in the state of Nevada.
Well, I knew that was coming because we got there. I called him. I was like, where are you? and he's like, be there in a few. Like, we're just trying to find parking.
Yeah,
And
we
in
go,
my-
we?
I was like,
Who the fuck is we?
Like, I thought you
Yeah.
were taking an Uber over here. He came with like a couple, a couple that was like also Arsenal fans.
Who are also bombs.
Yeah, they were giving Za a run for his money. And yeah, I mean, Za had himself an afternoon.
Za had himself an afternoon. Oh, it was. I don't want to throw our cousin producer under the bus
Yeah, we're
because
not
I
throwing-
love
hey,
Za.
listen, it
He
was
gave
a-
us permission to talk about this, but I love Za and I know how to handle him when he's drunk. But to people who have never seen someone like Za and you're at a bar enjoying the day, you know, there were some parents there, you know, visiting their kids out, and Za comes in and is that drunk. That has to be like a moment where you're like, is this real?
But I think that Za, every person that meets Za, like they get a positive it's like
he could
like,
not.
you're
He's
like-
a fan favorite,
right. It's like, wow, I'm gonna meet Za. I wonder what that's gonna be like. And then he shows up and he's drunk, he's hammered, he's partying, it's like
Yep.
that's exactly what you'd want when you meet Za. So he lives up to the hype. Like when you meet Za in that state, like everyone walks away happy.
Oh, we were drinking High Noons. It was delicious. It was great. All of a sudden, I turn around. There's 10 shots of tequila in front of us for the bar. Za's just handing out
I thought
shots
you
of tequila.
ordered them.
No, that was Za, the goblets of tequila at the bar.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. We ended up going home back to the hotel to like freshen up before dinner because we had a dinner with the lovely Rochelle Ryan, who's been on this show for many times. She's an adult film star, great friend of ours. She took us to this place, Javier's. If you're ever in Las Vegas, it's the best Mexican food. Some of the best Mexican food I've ever had.
Yeah, really good. I was saying going there, like I don't love Mexican food
Yeah.
always, but that was knockout.
It was unbelievable. It's in the Aria, which, by the way, the level of class between the Paris Hotel and Aria, you can't even describe it.
Yeah.
It's drunk college kids, smash, and then like really like classy like stand-up people at the other. All the table limits are twice as much. Like
Yeah.
the restaurants are great. Everyone's dressed nice. If you've never been to Vegas and you want a nice experience, check out the Aria. So Za missed dinner. So Tommy and I are eating dinner with Rochelle. We had texted him before being like, we don't think he's going to answer. Let him sleep. That's what he needs. So unbeknownst to us, Za woke up at about 8 p.m. and he was throwing up. He was all over his room, throwing up, looking for his phone because he thought he had lost his phone, which when you're drunk, if you think you lose your phone, that's the last thing you want to happen. All you want to do is sleep and rehydrate and try and
It's
get
also like it's reasonable like that he thought he lost his phone.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I'm
He-
almost shocked. Like like
he could have
did.
lost his life.
Yeah, yeah.
The way he was acting. So Za thinks he loses his phone, and I get this text from him actually today explaining what really happened. So in terms of being drunk, this is a worst case scenario. Za says, LOL, so I woke up wasted in my room. I think it was like 8:30 p.m. Couldn't find my phone. It had slipped under the headboard, which means he was sleeping like this.
Yep.
It had slipped under the headboard onto the bed. So I panicked looking for it. LOOOOL. Mind you, I'm throwing up nonstop during this. Had to get a cab to go to the Apple store on the other side of one of the hotels on the Strip. I find a corner to throw up on when I make when the cabbie pulls over. So Zaf flings the door open. He's throwing up. 8:30. People are eating dinner. Families are walking around. Goes to the Apple store just so he can use Find My iPhone to see that this thing is still in my room. So he went to the Apple store, used Find My iPhone, sees that the phone is still in his room, and then he gets back and just looks under his bed, and it's right there. You're so drunk, you leave, take a cab, Apple store, and then find out your phone is in the room the whole time?
Is like move number one there has to be tear that hotel room apart from top to bottom. I mean, I guess when
yes.
you're puking and you're hammered and then like a weird hangover coming on, you don't want to be exerting that much energy. But how do you even know there was an Apple store?
He also
nearby?
said-
Couldn't look it up.
He got there with like 3 minutes until the store closed, so he had to beg to use Find My iPhone. Imagine Za banging on the thing. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just tear his room up.
Yeah, he would have found. I mean, I guess maybe at that point he's like, oh, I might have lost it at the bar we were at or in the Uber
Oh
or
my
something.
And that's literal nightmare material.
Yeah.
And he also had to wait in, I'm assuming, a cab line. Blacked
Yeah.
out, throwing up.
He might have cut that line.
Yeah, he might
Yeah.
have. He might have got special treatment. I have to go on another trip with him. No. I get to go on
Yeah.
another trip with in Texas. But I think now that he got out of his system, he's going to be fine.
I don't know.
And that's the last we saw of him. So we
Yeah.
saw Za Friday night for 3 hours. You saw him a little longer, 6 hours,
Yeah.
and then
Saturday we saw him for
2
3 hours.
and then he was just on his own, throwing up all over the strip. Oh my god, it was incredible. I'm surprised he didn't want to. And then we were playing blackjack too. The best part about Za is we were playing blackjack. Everyone was like bombed, drunk. We turn around, Za's just holding court.
Yeah.
No one loves to hold court more than Za.
He's sitting in your scooter.
Sitting in my scooter, and then he didn't want to let me drive it. He's like, no, my friend, wouldn't let me drive it. It was
I was trying to figure out like what you see, like the three of us, me, Za,
Yes.
you on a scooter. Like people see us in a group. Like what do they think our relationship is? Like it's too small to be a bachelor party.
Yeah.
We're not dressed to be on like a work trip at like a conference. Like
it's not quite Make-A-Wish, but it could be.
yeah, any of us could be the wish.
It could be yeah.
the like I don't know what people thought our trio was, you know?
It's honestly probably Make-A-Wish is the closest. They're like, those two, me and Zaz. Oh, something's wrong with him. He's got a short life expectancy.
Yeah.
This must be their autistic caretaker. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is funny to think that like we're out there representing Barstool.
Yeah.
It's not
I mean,
like
the
it's
perfect
not like
representation.
frat bro, like blah blah. It's like no, we have a midget from Zimbabwe, a gay guy with one leg on a scooter, and then we have Tommy Smokes. You looked like a supermodel next to me and Za.
Yeah,
I mean, you should have been cleaning up.
Yeah, I should. I probably people were like, "Oh, what's going on with him?"
Like, no, don't bother him. He's taking care of them.
Yeah.
He's
I'm a
taking care.
doctor.
Yeah, that was so funny. No, I'll tell you. Every time I'm in Vegas, it just reminds me of like what a scumbag I am. Like I get back. I fit in
it's the
very
best
well.
place to be a scumbag.
It's the best place to be a scumbag. We went to the pool in Vegas with about.
That was tough.
That was tough. What happened at the pool?
We got down to the pool at like let's say 4:35.
Yep.
And it was nice. And we're like, oh, let's go to the room quick, like get into a bathing suit, meet back down. We get back down at like 4:57. I go to the bar to like get us a couple of drinks, and she's like, we're closed. I was like, oh damn. And she's like, and the pool closes in 3 minutes. And like they were blowing the whistles for everyone to get out. We jumped in for 10 seconds just to feel the water, and then got kicked out.
We should have been doing that the entire time we were there. What
That
would we
pool
do? Like
was
the first
lovely.
day,
we were just
hang
losing money on blackjack.
Yeah, we really didn't do anything.
No, we really just I mean, it's also like obviously Vegas, like clubs and stuff, but
Yep.
like the three of us were going to buy a table for $5,000 at a club. Like
Yeah, who is going to clubs in Vegas and being able to afford it?
bachelorette party. Like if you have a big group, it's probably not that bad.
I guess it just seems so crazy. It's like the prices of the clubs. Maybe I'm just a loser. I'm so used to getting in places like this is terrible sounding with Barstool. It's like if I'm going somewhere, I don't want to wait online. Like I want to have it like set up so I can go in. But all the college kids are just waiting online, just bombed.
Yeah, I mean they were all dropping big money on tables and stuff.
Yeah, daddy's money.
Yeah,
SMU, Snow Mountain University. Am I right? This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That means millions of stories, millions of journeys, and behind every one is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take the step forward. We have it here as a benefit at Barstool Sports. I love it. It's helped me a ton through hard times, and also when I just need someone to talk to. I fire up BetterHelp, and they're right there for me. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win, it honestly can change lives, and BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals without spending all this time trying to track down what therapist is right. If you get someone you like, great, stay with them. If not, you drop them, you're on to the next. Super easy to use, super affordable, and like I said, all you got to do is fill out a brief questionnaire. It helps identify your needs and preferences, and they've got over 12 plus years of experience in industry-leading matchmaking fulfillment, and which means they usually get it right the first time because they know what they're doing. If you aren't happy with your match, like I said, you can switch to someone else at any time based on their tailored recommendations. And this is World Mental Health Month, so we're celebrating the therapists who have helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/outandabout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/outandabout. Give it a try. I guarantee you won't regret it. What'd you think? And then we went to dinner with Rochelle. This is your first time meeting Ms. Ryan.
No, I'd met her like in the office a few times, but first time like talking to her more. Yeah, she was very nice.
That bitch's ass is out. It's like she's a cartoon. Her dimensions are insane. She's stunning. We're walking through the hotel lobby, and she has these leather pants on. I have never been looked at more in my life than when Rochelle was sitting on my lap and we
Yeah.
were driving the scooter around. She loved it. She ate up the attention, and I'm just terrified. I'm like, everyone's looking at me. Like, what is happening?
You could. It's funny because like there's people that notice her just because like you said, her dimension. But then there's definitely
Yeah.
people that recognize her from porn, and it's like
Yes.
if it's like a guy with his girlfriend or wife,
Yes.
like it's like you're sneaking like I think that's her, but I'm not gonna say anything.
I got so many looks from guys who are with, while we were driving around, who are with like their wife or girlfriend, who would just look at me and just kind of go. I was like,
Good
no,
stuff.
this is not what you think.
Not quite.
She bought me an enchilada. Okay,
Yeah.
like shout out to Rochelle for buying us dinner. That was
Yeah.
very sweet, very lovely.
nice.
The food was unbelievable, Javier. Oh my god.
That I'm not a big dessert person. They had like a corn muffin cake with ice cream, vanilla
Oh my
ice cream.
God,
It's one of
it
the
was
greatest
so
things I've
good.
ever tasted.
It was really good. We also learned a lot about working girls. Rochelle told us about working girls.
Yeah, what was it? Or not heels?
It's pro tip for the ladies and the gentlemen. If you are walking around, if you see two ladies walking around a casino, I go any two women.
Yeah.
If you see two ladies who you think might be call girls and they're wearing flats, that's the telltale sign.
So flats just mean not heels.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yes.
See, I think
I'm sorry. What?
I
Yes.
don't know. I guess that, but yeah, that doesn't narrow it down that much. What I would have thought. Oh, hooker has heels on.
I know. Me too.
Right.
But I guess it's because they're walking on the carpet so much it hurts them. Maybe it's more difficult to walk in heels on a carpet. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who knows? What else annoyed me? Oh, you know what annoyed me to no end in Vegas? The fucking We Were Young music festival.
Yeah.
If you are, it's like is it an emo music festival?
No, I think it's
I'm
like
not-
pop punk.
We Were Young music festival. Okay. So, presented by 7-Eleven.
That's a
yeah.
hilarious sponsor.
What is We Were Young music festival? I want to get like the call name right, or like the description. So it's like Weezer, Avril Lavigne. It's a music festival in Vegas. Yellow Card, Simple Plan, Plain White Tees, Boys Like Girls. It's all millennial. Blink-182 is great. Panic at the Disco is great. The Offspring is good.
Yeah, honestly, it's a pretty fucking stacked
Okay,
lineup.
yeah, you know what? I'm going to take it back. I was going to say, the lineup isn't bad, but the people who attend these concerts, if you're a millennial, and I grew up on this music, and you're in your late 30s, don't go to this concert. Don't put on your favorite emo concert tee with your Skull and Crossbones belt and dye your hair neon green and put on your gloves that have cut off fingers and relive the past in that capacity. Because the most unattractive, disgusting thing that someone our age can do is go back to being emo. Enough with the emo and that music. It was the worst thing in the world. And they were all over our hotel. So you look to the right and there's people who look like they're on plus size park hoppers with neon hair. And you look to the left and it's drunk college kids. It was just such an unbecoming, disgusting looking group of people that it physically nauseated me while I was at the table. Like, I was enraged seeing, like, when Gus came and sat down next to me in all his concert tees. It just disgusted me. I couldn't stand it.
Poor Gus.
And then he's there like sniffling around, fucking around with his chips. It absolutely pissed me off. I couldn't stand it. It was nasty. I'm being a hater, but I don't care.
I didn't quite hate it as much as you did. I mean, I'm like, I like that music. I don't listen to it that much. So like, I'm not like, I would never go to a festival like that. But yeah, it was funny then, like, you were trashing it, and then we got in an elevator with these two people who were clearly going to it, and they were like, yeah, we're going to the One We're Young Fest, and me and Patrick's like, that seems awesome.
Oh, it was
like,
the best, yeah.
Seems like the greatest time of your fucking
I think it's
life.
just stop, like, that music is made for people with angst.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be having angst in your 30s.
Yeah, it's for teenage angst. It's because you got like a pimple before prom.
Am I being too much of a hater? I just go pretty hard on them.
Listen
Listen to what you want to listen to, but that is the punk aesthetic. Just it does not agree with me.
Yeah, you're not getting a lot of button downs going to those concerts.
No, you're not. You're not getting a lot of button. I mean, meanwhile, they could say the same about me. I'm rolling around in a fucking in a cart. Are you a music festival guy?
No, I've never been to one.
You never been to a music? You went to a concert?
Yeah, not that many to be
Really?
honest. Yeah.
Who's the guy from Chicago who just went to his first concert? Jake Malasek.
Maybe
First
yeah.
concert ever.
I've been to like 5 or less. Honestly, probably
Really?
less. Yeah, I don't know. It just was never something I went to growing up. And then like in college, I don't know if you even count it, like spring weekend, like people would come.
Did you travel to go on spring break while you were in college?
So the only one I did was senior year. I was supposed to go to the Bahamas with like a bunch of my college friends. It was like 5-day trip, but that was right when I was Dave's gambling good luck charm as an intern. So he invited me to Vegas. That was my first time ever in Vegas. Was 2018. Incredible weekend there, obviously. And then I flew. Like they all left, and I flew that Sunday from Las Vegas to Newark Airport for a connecting flight to the Bahamas to spend about 24 hours in the Bahamas. But I was like, I got to get the best of both worlds.
How long? You were in the Bahamas for 24 hours, and these are just your buddies from college?
Yeah. Fun time.
That's brutal. See, I can't be on a plane hungover. I'm too old now. Like,
not
even
hungover.
the last night, I was like, I got to kind of like drink some waters here.
But we went to bed pretty early Saturday, so I felt like I didn't feel hungover Sunday.
I didn't feel overly hungover on Sunday. I mean, getting home was obviously a nightmare. But you were lovely to travel with. I think this is our first time traveling together.
I was thinking, it felt like we have, but it actually might have.
What else have we done? Any shows together where we travel around? I mean, we've done like local stuff maybe, but
I didn't do Barstool versus America. Like Jersey Shore, but I don't know.
That kind of counts.
Kind of.
I think you just have to, when you're traveling, especially with people from work, you just have to be with someone who's low maintenance, who's not going to be, if you're in corporate America, who's not going to be a snitch, and someone who's just very easy to like, who's not going to pressure you into doing shit. You want to be able to apply the right amount of pressure.
Yeah.
Which I think you did. You applied the right amount of pressure to me on Friday. It was like,
I was trying
maybe
to get
10 p.m. I was like, you're like, no. Like, we're
in Vegas.
I was like, okay, fine. Very glad I did. And then Saturday, like, you knew to back off, which was lovely.
Yeah, well, I also was pretty tired too, so I wasn't going to be like, let's rip it up. Again, it's hard when it's 2-3 people. Like,
yeah.
And that is like, Vegas is cool, but there's not a lot of like just bars to go to.
No, there's not.
It's like clubs or casinos or like weird hotel bars, but like you're not getting like a New York City or Chicago bar where it's just like kind of upbeat music and dancing. Like there's not a lot of that middle ground.
No, it's either like massive pool party or just being at a casino.
Right.
But off Vegas, off the strip is
people
cool.
kept saying
Fremont
that.
is cool. Like I did Fremont with the Wonton Don. We did a live stream there. Donnie does. He was za level drunk on his stream.
Really?
And it was fun, but I just don't like to, being in New York, I'm spoiled by convenience. So I don't want to walk more than a block. Like, I don't want to walk more than a couple blocks. And in Vegas, everything is farther than it looks.
It's also like, people say that to Nashville. They'll always be like, the locals are like, don't go on Broadway. Like, the locals go to Germantown or whatever. At Vegas, everyone's like, don't go to the Strip. The locals go to Arts District or whatever. It's like, well, guess what? I'm not a fucking local.
Right,
like, I'm here for 2 days, 3 days. Like, I want to get the experience that a tourist gets of going to the Strip, going to Broadway. Like, I wouldn't want to go to fucking Times Square in New York City, but if I was, if I'm visiting a new city, I want that touristy experience.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a tourist.
No.
Everyone's
a tourist at some point.
Exactly. Tourist has this terrible connotation. There's nothing wrong with being a tourist. Although when I was in Nashville, I went to East Nashville, and it was fucking great to meet with the love of my life. Shout out Jake. In another life, we'll be together. Yeah, that was fun. But I like to do touristy shit. I like to be in the mix. And one of my only complaints about Vegas is that like the price discrepancy between restaurants and bars is so wild. Like, you'll go to one restaurant, and for 3 people, it'll be a $700 meal. And then you could go to another restaurant right down the street, and you're spending $15 on, like, an entree. Nothing makes sense.
Well, also, any casino hotel, like, not even the restaurants, just, like, the delis and shit are so overpriced. Like, coffees are $9.
Oh,
like, a bagel.
Water was
like
$8.99.
Like, it's, like, crazy. Like, it's almost like they should almost price that stuff less so people have more money to gamble.
Yeah. But it was funny. You made a point while we were gambling. You're like, where's my drink? And as you're waiting for the drink, you played 10 more hands.
Yeah.
I was like, this is how it works.
So it's like, a perk for sure of sitting at a table is that you get free
but
drinks.
they take their time. So
they
take
can
their
fucking
time.
milk
And, like,
you
I
dry. I think I lost like $200 waiting for a drink where it's like, I could have just went to a bar and got one for $20.
Yep.
But in your head, you're like, well, it's fucking free. Not realizing like, well, Nothing's free.
Nothing. And I loved when we would be at a table. And I also shout out to casinos, because at night when everyone's drunk, they raise all the table limits.
Yeah.
First time I've ever noticed that. Daytime
really?
you can
They
play
always do
blackjack
that, yeah.
for $10. Nighttime it's $25. And all the kids are running around, but like, nah, limit's too high, bro. Limit's too high. Do you remember the frat guy who? This is the most frat thing that's ever happened to me in my life. He came up to Tommy. He looked like he was about 12 years old. He was a big fan of Tommy, and I don't know if he knew me or not, but I was sitting there in my wheelchair. And it was a frat peace offering. He goes, "You want this, bro?" And he offered me his vape.
Yeah, that is frat boys love.
That well, I go, I'm honored.
Yeah.
I would love. I go, "What is it?" I go, "Is this weed?" He goes, "Nah, it's nicotine, bro." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm good." That was the sweetest. Is that what the kids are doing these days?
I think that's like, yeah, it's a sign of respect.
Is it skibbity?
What's that?
I don't know. Was I chopped? So I wasn't chopped?
You might have been chopped for saying that.
I was unk, probably.
Oh no, wait. Is chopped ugly?
Chopped is ugly.
And unk is old. So
Yes.
you were unk for saying that.
I was cool. I was unk. I was
Yeah.
a cool unk. I was so honored. I was so confused. I was like, "I'm sorry, we just met. Why are
Yeah.
you handing me this?"
Well,
I could be a criminal.
I hate to ruin this for you.
Well, you know what?
But I was like, ask Pat if he wants
Oh
it.
no, you fucking bastard!
I hate to take this. I thought about not saying it, but
It was the one cool experience I had with a college kid,
I
and
know.
you just
I'm
fucking
sorry.
ruined it.
I couldn't. I'm sorry I took that. No, he asked me to hit it because he was like, "Vape God, hit it." I was like, "No,
Yeah.
I'm good." And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Ask Pat." And he went
How did I
over
not
to
even
you.
know that? I was so honored when it happened.
Yeah.
Oh, also, we almost got robbed by 14-year-olds on the strip
Yeah, in an elevator.
in an elevator because you have to take a fucking bridge everywhere. So I'm taking an elevator up to cross the street. All these like local Las Vegas
They
14-year-olds.
were horrifying.
They had like spiked hair, like baggy jeans. There was like 8 of them. We get into the street elevator that takes you up and down. They're like, "What happened to your leg, bro?" I was like, I played it. Could not have played it better.
Yeah.
I go, "Shark bite."
Yeah, yeah.
They were like, "Wait, what?
I
No
was like,
way!"
Yeah.
They're like, "What kind?" I was like, "Bull shark." They're like, "Bull sharks don't bite." I go, "Falls to the trash cans of the sea." And they were like, "Oh, okay." And then I did think we were gonna get robbed. That was a very slow moving
Yeah,
elevator.
I mean, and they could have taken anything from us.
They would have. Not only would they have robbed us, they would have beat us to a pulp.
Yeah, they would have hospitalized.
It was
us.
probably between the 5 of them. They were probably 500 pounds.
They
but
still
they would have hospitalized.
I'm not a
us.
fighter. You're on a wheelchair. Like they would have had their way with us.
And then they started like following us a little bit, and I was like, "Okay, this conversation is over." I should have been like, "You want a drink, son?
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, I'll get you a drink." You
Just
ever play that?
don't beat me up.
You ever play Hey Mister growing up?
No.
Probably not.
What
This
is that?
this might be a Northeast thing. Sound off in the comments. It's where you'd stand outside like a White Hen or Cumberland Farms or a liquor store when you're underage and someone walks in and you go, "Hey, mister," and you ask them to buy you booze. I thought that those kids were going to do that. And
Yeah.
I would have bought them booze in a second. I would have
Imagine
been like,
buying-
fucking done, dude.
Is there anything more pathetic than buying booze for a 15-year-old so they won't rob you?
In a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I fit in very well in the wheelchair. I was one of like maybe 10,000 in a wheelchair. Or no, it was probably 10,000 people in wheelchairs in Las Vegas just zipping around.
Yeah.
But
But like, you didn't look like you needed a wheelchair. 'Cause
That's
you can't
what-
even see your brace. So
I
people
know.
like you're not like an old or a fat. So they probably just thought you were
Right.
an asshole.
This show is sponsored by Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. Shopify is going to be there. They're going to walk you through the whole process, and they're going to help you take that side hustle and turn it into a business. And you can get started with your own design studio. That's a big point of stress for a lot of people starting a business. You got to figure out how to take that first step. Shopify is going to walk you through it with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. They help you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style so you can accelerate your content creation. And Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. If you are ready to sell, you are ready for Shopify. Turn your big business ideas into cha-ching with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today with Shopify at shopify.com/out-and-about. Go to shopify.com/out-and-about, shopify.com/out-and-about. That's also the BMI in Las Vegas.
Big.
Good Lord. I mean, and that's what got me about the flights on the way home and the food. This fucking pig that was sitting next to me. You're going to have 2 sodas and then just sit and fucking
I
sweat?
mean, listen, I had 2 sodas too, so I can't complain.
know,
I was
but-
taking my drink service.
Is it I would imagine that most of the people with scooters they don't need them. They just ate their way into that situation.
Yeah. That's probably like their bad knees or something.
Which is exactly what I have.
Yeah, but yours is an injury. Like theirs are like chronic bad.
But even if I didn't have my injury, now that I've done it, I would do the scooter. Just because the walk from my room to the elevator it gives me so much time to get mad about walking. Like you just get on that scooter, you turn that thing to rabbit, you're out.
I don't think I can handle. I would have crashed that scooter.
You don't like to drive.
No, I don't.
No, you don't like to drive. Tommy's never. Have you ever driven on the highway?
I did once recently for the first time for a video with Rowan where he took me and Frank to drive on the highway.
Who was better?
I won, but I did almost get us killed.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else happened on this Vegas trip that I can fill you in on. I did meet a lovely gentleman. That did happen. He wants to remain anonymous, but his name rhymes with Schmammy Blokes.
That took me too long to put together.
I was like, did that really fall that flap? No, it was great. We saw a couple Man Mafia out there. Oh, there was also an erotic book convention. Did you see that?
Oh, you sent a text or something like that, and I was confused.
There was a bunch of like slutty little Red Riding Hoods, like dressed like that. And I was like, what's going on? They go, it's an erotic book convention. And they had just come from an event where they were actually doing paint by numbers for dicks. So they had all pulled out like these little, like, it was like a cock coloring book, if you will. And they had painted different colors, and then it's like medieval cock, and like the background is, there's a whimsical dick and a forest dick.
Would you rather go there than When We Were Young festival?
I would rather go to the Gaza Strip than we read fucking the We Are Young festival. We Were Young festival. I don't know why that annoyed me so much. I'm usually a sucker for nostalgia too, like maybe just on TikTok.
Yeah. Like, don't give me nostalgia to my face.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. Like Tony Soprano said, remember when is the weakest form of conversation, which ironically is exactly what we're doing right now.
Well, yeah,
which is what we're doing right
but
now.
It's not remember when to the audience.
That's right.
They don't know it. It's here's what happened.
Here's what happened. Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm a little nervous about Texas with me and cousin. Who should our third be? You've traveled with most people here. Marty is out because Marty's married. Marty Mush is fantastic to travel with.
Yeah.
Large is out. Maybe
Nikki Smokes.
I think that might be the move, because then when Za gets too drunk, I can hand him.
Right,
Nikki Smokes. They can go do their whatever they do.
I'm trying to think who else.
Nikki Smokes would be good. I signed up Kate. Shout out Kate.
I mean, Glennie was always the GOAT. Rest in peace.
No one better rest in peace. No one better.
Do people
to travel
know Glennie
with.
Balls passed away?
Oh God, yeah, but Glennie Balls, he's no longer with us.
Yeah,
he's alive. Glennie was great. It's kind of slim pickings here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I don't even want to bring up the person who got mad at me about the Vegas trip. I was praying that he would say something today when I walked in. He gave me the finger, but then like took it back because I didn't invite him on the Vegas trip. Like I decide. We're talking about Nate, by the way. And if he was gonna bitch about it, I was gonna bring him in here, and it would have been.
Oh, well, now I kind of wish it happened.
I know, it would have been an explosive. It would have been great for Viva. It would have been an explosive conversation.
He wouldn't have got as drunk as Zal, probably.
No, I just want to like. You're just gonna play poker. You know what? We're not even gonna get into Nate. Okay, Za, I'm gonna pull up the blogger personality page here.
So you want someone who's like youngish
Fun.
And single and willing to go out?
15-year-old Steve, Annika, Beef, Big Cat, Biz. I mean, these people are all. Chief would be fun. Eddie would be fun. I would love to get drunk with Chris Clemmer. I would love to get Chris Clemmer drunk.
Sometimes though he gets nasty.
It's very sad to see how mean he gets to people when he drinks.
I told Clemmer he looked handsome today. Did you see him in his new haircut?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Stop gassing up Clemmer, you freak.
I'm usually nothing but nasty to Clemmer. Nothing but mean. I saw him something about it. I said, this guy looks handsome today.
Yeah, he did look good. I got to get... Oh, I'm doing Bald Stool, by the way. Oh, and I want to talk about Halloween, too, the costume contest we're going to have here. I'm doing Bald Stool. I'm going to Turkey, so I had my consultation today.
You getting it worries me. Like, should I get it, too?
Let me see your hair. You also started doing TikTok hair like a year ago. So
I did not. It's just naturally curly.
Go back here. You actually might be able to pull that off. Pull that off, slick back hair.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
But I don't need hair.
No, you don't need hair transplant. Mine is, this is preventative. So we're going to Turkey for that. A couple more things. Roan is having a Halloween costume here, Halloween costume contest here in the office for Roan.com. The category is heroes. It could be any kind of hero, anything from a movie character all the way to a hero that is personal to you. I'm going to put out a prompt with a couple options for what I should be for my hero costume. But what I'm thinking so far, do you know Sylvia the Psychic?
No.
Honey the Land. You know Sylvia the Psychic?
I don't.
All right, our algorithms are very different. Man Mafia knows who that is. I'm thinking her. I'm thinking Teresa Caputo, Long Island Medium.
Yeah, her I know.
I don't know who else I could be because I want to actually be able to put my
I
best foot
actually
forward.
think I just thought of what I'm going to be, but I don't want to spoil it.
What do you got to tell?
No, I'm not.
No one
I
at
think
the office listens to
I think
this.
it's too good of an idea. I'm
Give
not
me a
saying
hint.
it.
We'll bleep it.
I'm not saying it. I'll
All
tell
right,
you.
I wasn't gonna bleep. I wasn't gonna bleep it. But yeah, no. Overall, great trip. Shout out to everyone who watched my live while I was there. All 15 of you. That was a great thing. And if you have any suggestions for costumes, let us know. If you have any suggestions for Tommy's costume, let us know. Are you on any shows? You're kind of doing your own thing right now.
Yeah, we just ended Mascots.
Mascots.
And now.
That's right.
Yeah. Took some heat from Dave, and now we'll see what's next. I think we'll go back to sketches and stuff with Out of Order.
Yeah. What happened with Mascots and Dave? How did you take that? Dave kind of shit on your guys' project.
Yeah. I mean, not great, but it could have been worse. Like he was like, you just keep trying stuff. We wish the numbers were better at the end of the season too. But still, it was still like a good experience and like proud of it. But yeah, I mean, wish the numbers did better. But you go on to the next thing.
Did you?
The great thing about
you
Dave
have literal media training right now.
Yeah, the great thing about Dave and Barstool is you just try again.
Yeah. Again, we're so lucky to be here. Like this is really.
Thank you, Dave.
What? Do you think it was over promoted and that shot you in the foot? And if it was more of an organic launch without this many people behind it,
I guess, but like we
built?
didn't send out an email to people or like ask people in person, like, can you please promote it or retweet it?
Right.
Like I think people like were just like, oh, excited about it, like it's a cool thing, so they like naturally did it. Like,
right.
Well, we're gonna tell people to take tweets down. Like,
and it's different too. I think. Anything different here?
Right, like people just got excited about like naturally. Like it's not like we were, paying people to fucking promote it. So like you can't really control that.
I mean, I can't buy a fucking retweet from anyone here on this show. How did Owen and Pavs and the guys behind the scenes, who were the producer, editor, creator, writer, shooters, how did they take that news?
I haven't talked to them in person because it was like more, but I think they were like, we're still proud of what we did. But I mean, you don't want to hear that,
right?
Like if the option,
I could tell like something was gonna happen.
If the option
just the way
was,
he reacted.
If the option was he said those things or didn't say those things, I would choose doesn't say those things 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
But again, I think we're still like, no one's like, well, fuck it. Like
how's
now
morale?
we're never gonna do anything again. Morale's better. It's fine. It's good, which is good.
Which some people literally do here. They don't do anything at all.
Right,
negative feedback.
You don't want to just take negative feedback. Well, no, I'm never going to put anything out ever again.
Yeah,
like you got to be all right. We'll put out. We'll just try it.
It's
try
called
something
grit.
Yeah.
So for Mascots season,
I mean, people can still watch it on the Out of Order YouTube.
Yeah, watch it. What's it on Out of Order YouTube? Yeah. So are you guys gonna?
It would be funny if it somehow now like it broke out. Like the first episode is like 260,000.
That is a large number.
Right. Like the average of the 7 episodes is like 110,000, which is very good. But like it's the drop that like, which happens I think with a lot of series.
Right.
But obviously I would rather have them all like at 100 than the discrepancy.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Because you want to show consistency.
Right.
But also I think maybe one of the things that Dave didn't know, or maybe he does now, was that it sold for a pretty large chunk of change.
Yeah, so the show itself did not sell, but we did a tour.
Okay.
Where we went and did like stand up and showed episodes and did like a live podcast about it. And
Barstool got that money.
I assume so.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works.
So it was sponsored by Kraken.
Lucy and Kraken.
And Kraken. All right, so did it cover it covered your expenses and then some, obviously.
For sure, yeah. The budget we had was pretty low to make it, I think. So, but then you factor in like salaries and equipment. Right. I don't know how that works, but it wasn't like it's not like we spent $1 million to make the show,
and it's not like you actually made money.
I don't know exactly.
So then the question just becomes: the money you made times the time you spent, is that worth? If you were spending your time doing other things,
I think
would you have been able to make more money?
That might have been more of his point. It's like, because we worked on it for like almost a year or something, where it was like the main, because it's writing, it's
right,
shooting it, reshooting it, edit, like all that. Like it obviously took.
But it's like, how else would you have spent your time? Doing this didn't take away from other.
No, like it was. I think it was. I'm still glad we did it, and I'm excited for what's next.
Literally, you're literally media trained.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I love this place.
I love this place. No, it's literally best job on earth. Like, happy
Yeah.
to be here. Well, this has been lovely, Tommy.
Yeah, this has been great.
Thank you for coming on. Vegas was great. Everyone, you know what? Fuck it. Go check out Mascots.
Yeah.
The damage is
Follow me on
damage is done.
Instagram too. That's whenever I go
Yes.
on a podcast, I shamelessly beg for people. I'm almost
Yes.
at 150,000, maybe
Damn.
800 away. So if everybody who watches this goes
Yeah.
and follows me on Instagram at Tom Scabelli or type in Tommy Smokes, that like why not? Like right now, you're on your phone.
Should we give them a beat to do it?
Yeah, let's give everyone a beat.
Okay.
Maybe you're on your laptop, you're on your phone, whatever's easiest.
You're hanging out. Right now, you're shuffling in your pocket for your
Yeah.
phone. Tell we're whispering to you. Don't worry. We're not talking about, you're not going to miss anything.
Yeah, you could DM say Man Mafia.
Yes, Man
Pat
Mafia.
sent me.
Man Mafia, Tommy. And if you want to send Tommy a picture of your chest, he's a big boob guy. So feel free to do that as
boobs,
well.
you mean.
Yes.
Yeah, chest. I was like, where are we
Chest.
going here?
Yeah, or fellas too. Send him a dick. Send him a dick.
That'll make me sad.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so everyone's followed Tommy.
Oh, great! Wow. Oh
Everyone-
my God, I'm at 2 million followers.
You should be at 2 million. You should be at 2 Man Mafia strong. You should be at 2 million. Also follow me. Fuck it. You're listening to the show, but still
that's
follow
low.
me. That is low.
Yeah.
That is low. Actually, you know what? We love you guys. We'll see you next week. And like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what I should be for Halloween. Let Tommy know what he should be for Halloween. Maybe do a couple's costume. Who knows? We will see you next weekend. Goodbye.